Okay, so I made this little setup. This little bracket is something that we had in stock, but I drilled some extra holes in it and mounted these two fuse block holders. This is a 40 amp fuse. Actually, leave that off. Just kind of drilled some holes, routed some cables, explain what is going on. This cable is going to go to the negative battery terminal. This cable is red and this cable is brown. So this is going to come out, go underneath here, come out over here and go to the main battery positive, which will be over here. This brown cable is going to go out and this will be what charges the batteries. Okay, let me explain the wires here. As stated earlier, this is going to go to the ground, so the main start battery ground. This wire here is a signal wire to tell the Redarc when to charge and when not to charge. This orange wire tells the Redarc what charging profile to use. So I'm going to be charging lithium iron phosphates, and per the instructions, if you hook the orange to the green, that'll put the Redarc controller in the lithium iron phosphate charge cycle. Okay, this blue wire in a little more detail. When it is not plugged in or not connected, it is in standard input mode, which means the Redarc is going to just charge at anything above 13.2 volts. So if you have a older vehicle without a smart alternator that's always charging and not adjusting its alternator output based on vehicle load, you would want to leave this not connected. However, the Sequoia, well, my Sequoia, 2018 Sequoia, and likely all of them, the alternator fluctuates charging voltage based on vehicle load. So what I need to do with this wire is hook it up to a 12 volt ignition, which tells the Redarc to charge at anything above 12 volts. So whenever it sees that the charging circuit goes above 12, it'll turn this guy on and it'll start to charge my lithium iron phosphate batteries. So this orange and green wire also you can tap into with an LED, which I plan to do, and I'll run another lead from here into the cabin, and I'll mount an LED, then I'll ground the other side of the LED, and whenever the Redarc is in charging, the LED will come on, so I'll know when my battery bank will be getting charged. Now I'm going to go install this in its temporary location and show you guys where it's going to go. Well, here it is installed. So get the flashlight. You can see the bracket is underneath the battery hold down there, as well as on that side. It's kind of hard to see, but it's right here. And then the battery hold down is actually securing the whole thing. So what it's going to do is, again, this is going to be the 40 amp fuse that goes out to charge my batteries, and this is going to be the power supply that comes from this terminal. So I'll make some little harness cables like this. This one will come out, go around the bottom, come underneath here, and then take a 90 and come right here because that'll look clean. And this one here will go around and then follow this body line, go underneath the DSC pump and go through the firewall. And I'm actually going to be temporarily putting my batteries in the center console. I'm not worried about that. It's a really safe battery chemistry. I'm doing that for a few reasons, but right now I need to just get this installed so I can do more testing with it. And because this area, what we have designed for over here, is not yet done, this is what I'm going to do. And it's also going to do another test on the Redarc, because I'm going to be running so much lead between the charger and the batteries. It's going to put a little more load on this, and I'm interested to see what it does to the Redarc. But this is how it's going to be temporarily. Honestly, it would be a fine permanent installation, but we're just gonna test it all out. Because I'm sure I'll be getting asked. These are the batteries I'm going to be using. They actually fit in here pretty snug. But I will build something to hold them down and to keep any metallic objects from hitting these terminals. And then I'll probably put some sort of buffer here. Obviously I lost my tray, but for the time being it's okay. These are 90 amp hours worth of lithium iron phosphates, and the pair of them weighs 22 pounds, which is really good. It's a lot of reserve capacity for not a lot of space or weight.